Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, Bashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Royal and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work of sincerity and truth. We got this article on Zero Hedge. Coinbase valued at $100 billion, more than CME, ICE, CBOE, and NASDAQ. Bitcoin's explosive price surge in the past year, which has pushed its market cap well over $1 trillion for the first time, has not only benefited the cryptocurrency and its peers, but sent shockwaves across downstream sectors which cater to providing access to the soaring demand for crypto exposure around the world. And few conventional companies have benefited more from Bitcoin's ascent than Coinbase, which, according to the block crypto, was valued at a stunning $100 billion in its latest private round sale, ahead of the crypto exchange's long-awaited direct listing. So basically, Coinbase, like one of the corporate places they use for people getting into crypto, and it's because Bitcoin's got so big. Everyone's now everything Bitcoin has touched is paved with gold. You know, they're molten gold. So yeah, the whole cryptocurrency side is blowing up and has been blowing up. It's got very, very much mainstream. The fact that it's now, $1 trillion for Bitcoin, that means that hella companies, because you had a lot of countries, a lot of companies invest into Bitcoin, which has made the price rise, and that just affects the whole field. So it's basically legitimizing cryptocurrencies, which, for the longest while they were just saying, oh, it's the Wild West, blah blah blah. Now they're looking legit. So then companies getting involved, governments getting involved, more formal methods of basically dealing with crypto are going to be on the table. That's why it's like I did a video on crypto ruble with Russia, but then you're going to have other companies, other countries, other banks getting into it, which you already got them getting into it. And that's the thing is we know about that mark. We know about implantable microchip. This this cryptocurrency system, this electronic way of moving money. This all leads into that prophecy, man. All this is linked up with how the present dollars, pound, Great British pounds, yuan, all these different currencies, the euro, all these different currencies, they're going to be suspended. It's going to go to what basically it's going to be on that chip. It's going to be on that implantable chip, where if you ain't got the chip, you can't utilize money within. You can't buy or sell. You can't partake in the society. That's why it's these things are seen. Brothers have done videos on this, where it shows it's moving towards that digitized currency, man. So it says what? As the block, and you're gonna get companies, like they said, companies are getting involved, just thinking about making some money. But what, it's gonna be a thing where they're like, okay, this is we're gonna create maybe a backup kind of currency off it, based on it. But then that's it. Down the line, it's all gonna be digital, man. It's all gonna be on that chip. So it says, as the block reports, the average clearing price for shares on NASDAQ private market continues to tick higher since the first secondary sale 4 weeks ago. As an aside, Axios notes that the Coinbase launched a secondary share sale via NASDAQ private markets last month, offering up to 1.8 million shares in weekly batches. The goal was to help Coinbase determine a reference price for its public offering, which would be done via direct listing instead of IPO. The most recent clear price was $373 a share, which would imply a valuation of 100 billion. That's an increase from their first average clear price of $200 in January. So yeah, everything's is crypto's touching is turned into gold. So it's gonna get people more eager to jump on it. Because the thing is as well is when you deal with the initial hook of it was it's private, it's what's the word? There's no records like bank records. Like if you're to do a bank transaction, there's gonna be records of your account, who you sent the money to, where it went through, etc., what time, date, all that shit. But then with crypto, it's there's no, all you have is a wallet, and then you can have a private wallet, and then you just send the money through, and then there's no track, there's no trace. But even that's even though that's the hook, when it's regardless, if you're buying it through like Coinbase or something, then they're gonna have your details attached to these transactions. So it's still, it's essentially people think they're getting outside of ESOS system, getting outside of like the tracking of the international bankers and all that, how basically they're able to trace money. But what they're essentially, because that's, you get them people that only use cash, are like, I don't like to use a credit card, blah blah blah, I don't want people knowing where I'm spending my money. Cool. But then it's like, you think getting into crypto is a way out, but this is the thing, is when it comes to the plans of the elites, these guys are looking for everything to go digital anyway. You're falling within you're falling within range of their plans still. So and yeah, this is, people are going to be investing in Coinbase, but then what? Then they're going to have skin in the game, so to speak, to then down the line, when everything's getting digitized, they're going to be invested. It says okay, wait, yeah. In any case, the latest reference prices mean the value of Coinbase has nearly doubled in less than 2 months. It also means that the crypto exchange is now more valuable than all incumbent exchanges such as NYSE, parent ICE, the CBOE, the CME, and the Nasdaq. When compared to its traditional equity peers, the Coinbase valuation is absolutely staggering, as its 100 billion valuation represents a 132x FWD multiple. Okay, whatever the fuck that is. Says according to Axios, 100 billion price tag means the Coinbase could go public at a high initial valuation than any other US tech company since Facebook. So yeah, basically the wins in the sales of crypto right now, and everyone's jumping on it. Everyone's thinking like, yo, just like you had the whole GameStop thing where you had people making hella money, hella bank off that. It's the money's getting played with, man. The whole monetary system is getting played with. It's the flaws, the chinks in its armor are being made clear. So it's people are gonna be like, okay, cool. People are gonna be like, okay, cool. This monetary system don't work. But then what? That's where that mark comes in, man. When you deal with a chip, it's gonna be like, oh, this is this is the bomb to solve. This is the solution. But it's not gonna be so. Proverbs 11:1, a false balance is abomination to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, but a just weight is his delight. Yeah, so false balance, and that's how Esau gets down. All this Esau's monetary system is based off that false balance, man. That's why he utilizes that debt, and he utilizes the dollar presently, which you have. That's the international reserve currency. That doesn't even have a set value, man. You go back 10 years, you go back 25 years, you go back 50 years, and you're gonna get way more bang for that same dollar. It will have a lot more buying power. But now it's you get what's meant to be the same note. When imagine the time that any dollar note has been printed, um, the time any dollar note has been printed, it's actually lost value, uh, from when it was made, man. Anytime you're using a physical dollar note, it's gonna be worth less than the actual dollar it's meant to represent. That's a complete mess that you're dealing with, man. Um, what were yeah, James 5. James 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You've heaped treasure together for the last days. So yeah, these elites, these guys are the actual. That's the thing is even when dealing with this crypto, all these things are not. These cryptos, these fiat currencies. It's not actual. Riches. According to the scriptures, man, actual riches is like what? Precious metals, land, cattle. These things, and these are things that the elites control, man. When you deal with land, you can't even buy land, man. You're essentially renting it, man. You're still having to pay taxes. You're still having to get permission for what you construct on that land from the government. You're basically still a vassal of these elites, man. Regardless, as long as you're within that system, the actual, the precious metals. These guys have. That's why you had. I think I mentioned it before. One of the Rothschilds' manors. They basically had it open for visitation. I don't know if it's even well. It was before the first lockdown, so I have no fucking idea if that shit's still open. But they basically you could come and see all these treasures they had, man. There's all kinds of gold, bejeweled, goods and dainties all around their house, man. They just had there. Cause why? These guys, they have everything. They have all the actual wealth and riches. They've monopolized it themselves. That's why, Esau spent hundreds of years going around rape, robbing, and murdering all different nations and places on the earth to gather all these things. But said what? Your riches are corrupted, your garments are moth-eaten, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You've heaped treasure together for the last days. Yeah? So Esau's heaped that treasure together. And that's why it's like Esau's gathered all that wealth and then just created completely corrupt monetary systems on top of it, man. That's why it's like it's even if that's why it's like if you get that chip, you get that mark, then the only manner where you're gonna be able to function is within Esau's system, man. Because they ain't no way you can trade it out. Now you might be able to trade some dollars, some pound notes for some gold, for some silver. You can get some shit, but it's like when it all goes digital, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be completely within Esau's system, man. He's gonna have total control over what you do, and if you don't act right, then they're just gonna be like, bzzz. Whenever you see like a robot getting powered down, it just loses all capability of it. It ceases to function. That's what these elites are looking to do to the people. But that's it. That's where this thing's going, man. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom, Yabashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash Bakadash.